Hi everybody, my name's Linda. I'm from Australia and I'm on a lot of the diamond painting groups. A few people have asked me to do some videos just to help people who are just starting out that don't know how to do a few things. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to frame my latest painting, which is a 45 by 60 picture of Pikachu for my grandson for Christmas. I've seen a few tips just lately about removing the writing on the side of the painting, just so that when you put a bit of tape on there, it doesn't show through. I probably wouldn't worry about it if I was putting black tape on. I'm thinking about putting white tape on this one, so I thought I'd have a go at giving it a clean. I've already given it a bit of a start. I may wipe it down with just some water afterwards, because a few people have said that they think it goes yellow over time, so I'm not sure if that's correct. But I've just got some nail polish remover pads here. You can see those. You can probably just buy them from your local supermarkets, Big W here in Australia. And if I just put that down a little bit, you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to wipe it over this part here, which shows the legend. I'm not sure if you can see that there. I have actually started doing a little bit of it. So I'm just going to wipe it over. I'm not particularly worried about getting all of it off. I just want to make it a little bit lighter so that when I put my white tape on, it doesn't shine through as much. So it's completely up to you if you decide you want to get the whole lot off. It doesn't seem to come off as easily as I thought it would, but it does come off somewhat to make it a little bit lighter to put something around the outside of your painting. I do actually have some nail polish remover too. I'm not sure if that's going to be better. I might give that a try. So this is just some nail polish remover. Give it a couple of dips of that. That does seem to work a little bit better. Got to use a little bit of elbow grease on it just to make it come off, but I'm only going to worry about what's next to my drills, mainly because my frame mat is going to cover the other part that's still there. So I'm really not going to worry about it too much. I've also got that writing up the top there, so I'm going to have a go at getting rid of that. It is coming off, but it is smudging a little bit, so that's better. I think you've just got to make sure that it's quite moist with your nail polish remover when you go to do it. Right up next to my drills doesn't seem to want to come off. Not sure whether, I think that might be where a bit of sticky is, so it may not come off. It doesn't seem to. Just going to get a cloth to wipe that off with water. Won't be a sec. So I've just got a damp cloth here that I'm just going to wipe over the part I've done just to get any residue of the acetone off of it, just so that it doesn't do anything strange. I can't say that I'm exactly really happy with that, but because I'm putting white on it, I just decided I would do a little bit of that. Just give it a wipe with a dry cloth. So as you can see there, it has got a lot of it off. And like I said, I'm only worried about what's up close to my drills here because I'm going to actually have cardboard covering that, so it doesn't matter. Up here, I couldn't get it to come off any closer than that, which is a bit of a pain, but it's something that you can do or you don't have to do if you don't want to. What I do next with my painting, especially with the square ones, but if you want to, you can buy one of these rollers from eBay. You can probably get them on AliExpress. You can just use a wooden rolling pin if you want to. I just then roll it over my painting just to make sure all my beads are down. This one's actually a square painting, so you can actually hear them sometimes pop into place if they're a little bit out. Just make sure that they're stuck down onto the canvas properly. Just go over here, just in case. And I always usually just check to make sure none have popped off while I've had it stored waiting to be framed. That's how simple that is. Just run your hand over it. You can usually feel if anything's popped up on the square ones, and that's really quite good. So I'm happy with that. I'll just check and make sure. Now I do have one missing there. So if I have a look there, I've got one that's popped off. So I'll just go and get one and pop that back on. Won't be a sec. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this in with a pair of tweezers just to make it easier. So it does pay to check your painting because obviously these were all on when I finished it, but for some reason it has popped off. So just scan your eyes over it again just to make sure that you haven't missed any, because you don't want any missing beads, especially if you're giving it as a gift. And that looks good. Now, there is a lot of debate over whether people should seal or not seal their paintings. I normally do put a sealer over mine. I just find that's something that's a personal choice for me. Some people say it takes the shine off. I haven't had that problem with any of mine. Mine have still had the shine. The square ones aren't quite as shiny as the rounds anyway. So I am going to give this a little bit of a spray. Now, in Australia, we can get a product here called Boyle Gloss Spray, acid-free, which I think that's the important thing. Clear finishing sealer. So just give that a shake. And you don't need to put heavy coats of this on. It's just to seal it in place in case anything comes loose. So I'm just going to give it a bit of a spray. And this is a personal choice, like I said. You don't have to do it. I choose to do it. I believe some people also put this on and then they might give it a wipe with a damp cloth just to take the residue off the top of their beads. That's something you could do if you wanted to. I've never bothered doing that because I find it hasn't actually taken the shine off of my painting. You can still see there that it's shiny, and that's the whole idea of having the gloss spray. I need to let that dry now, so what I might do is just put that aside, and then I will get my frame ready to try and show you how to frame it.